Hello and welcome to round two coverage of the 2019 Tony Walker Financial Open. This was held in Bowling Green, Kentucky at Ephram White Park on the Rick and Sylvia Vokes Disc Golf Course. And this round will be featuring the temporary course designed by myself, Doc Turner, and my commentary partner,
Nathaniel Romans.
It's a relatively short course, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's a few holes that are homage to the 2014 Kentucky State Championships. First 2 or 3 holes, I think it was.
Yeah, and there's the paying homage to the Vegas style triple island kind of drop zone. On this card, we've got Logan Bowers, Dutch Napier, Paul Oman, and Nathaniel Romans. We're ready to tee them up here on hole 1. This is a triple DZ island hopping 316-foot par 3. You can see all of these patches of grass in the flyover are the inbound areas, and then you have the pin on the largest island 316 feet away.
Also known as the Las Vegas hole.
The Vegas hole, that's right. Here's Logan opting for the backhand. Looks like some kind of mid or...
Yeah, once again, there's still no wind for this round, so...
And that's a terrific shot.
Yeah.
Dutch also going backhand. Looks like something maybe a little bit faster. He's taking the Spike Heiser line. Also a fantastic shot. Oh, Paul opting for something straight at it. And it worked out. He's on the island, albeit a pretty long putt. You went with the big Heiser out wide.
Yeah, and somebody put a basket right behind a bush, so I'll have a tough putt.
Good run there from P.O.
At this point, I need the wind to pick up because I was going to try to go over the bush.
Yeah, that basket's hugged up to that bush.
Yeah, buddy.
That 25-footer gives Dutch no problem at all. And I wouldn't expect much of a problem from Logan's side of things either.
Yeah, Logan with the CTP on hole 1.
P.O. cleans up his 3, and you will do the same here. And then we'll be moving on to hole 2.
Yeah, every practice round I played on this course is windy, and today it's not. And you're pro playing a new course altogether. So
the wind is typical at Ephram White. Generally, when you go play that course, you're having to deal with 10, 12, 15 mile an hour wind.
And as you know, the practice rounds were a lot more.
Yeah. On to hole 2 on the temp course. This was the longest hole on the course at 558 feet, par 4. You have a pretty narrow fairway to start out. I would say that it's not unforgiving, though. It's generous enough. And then it breaks to the right and kind of has the pin set in amongst these randomly placed trees.
No, definitely a good golf hole. I'd love for this to be a permanent hole at White.
Yeah, I like the shape of the hole. Logan runs the path with the forehand. Looks like a pretty good line. That's monster power with the forehand.
Yeah, a good forehand leaves you with a pretty simple forehand up shot and easy 3.
Well, that thing's stabled up.
That's the tree. That's the tree
fast.
you do have to beat.
Paul throwing the backhand. And if it's got room to work, that could be good.
And that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Oh, just flipped over a little too much.
Yeah, I kind of turned it over just a hair.
So it's interesting here. It looks like you elected to re-tee. I mean, you were probably could have gained 10, 12 feet at best. But...
It was more just being bad.
Okay.
Hindsight, yeah, I could have definitely moved up a little bit, but you know.
Did Dutch stay in there?
I believe Dutch stayed in. Yeah, he caught the side of the hill there and kind of kicked him towards the road a little bit.
That thing grew legs when it hit the ground. It had a lot of ground play there. It's like a spike approach, and that was a great shot. Here's Paul again with that developing forehand.
Oh. When it gets used, it is beautiful, though.
It is. It seems very well controlled. And that seems to be like the general catch area there, right side pin. Dutch is up, probably 40. I would say at least 40 out there.
Yeah, just a little bit over the top. It did have to. It was going uphill a little bit.
He'll save his par. I would say no putt is routine, but for these guys, this is about as close as routine gets.
Yes.
So Paul takes an easy 3. Looks like Logan is going to do the same, and
I will take a bogey.
Your unfortunate OB with the bogey 5. And we are on to hole 3. Looks like Logan still has a pretty good lead at this point. Not a great cushion, but it's always nice to have, a couple strokes.
Definitely.
Hole 3, 296 feet. It is an island green, albeit the island is massive. This is all this grassy area right here is considered the island, and then you have the pin located just to the left of that small tree coming into frame right there.
You got a forehand over the road or a backhand over the parking lot.
Yeah, this is kind of a pick what you're most comfortable with.
There's a slight hill that can push backhands towards the road, but the grass is pretty thick. Logan puts it about 15 feet or less.
It's a nice shot. Paul out pretty wide. I'm sure he didn't want to be that wide, I don't think.
And there's the thick grass, too.
Yeah, it just ate that thing up. Oh, I bet that looked like it was going in.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be in the basket.
That was a great shot. Is this a Boss you're throwing?
That is a Max, Star Max.
Star Max, okay. Kind of a OOP disc. It's kind of an interesting putt, having that tree with creating the low ceiling.
Yeah, downhill, low ceiling. Paul's bro got almost the same putt, a little bit closer, and you can see those branches do affect that shot.
Obviously, he didn't even try to run straight at it. He was actually turning around him. So apparently the ceiling was low enough that you either had to go around him or go under him. A couple of easy deuces, a couple of routine 3s. We are moving on. Looks like Logan has extended his lead by 1 stroke. Dutch and Paul right on his heels at 12 under.
And I'm back there somewhere.
Oh, you're 9 under. That's respectable. Hole 4 is a par 3, 227 feet. It's more about beating the trees on this hole than it is, being something difficult to reach by pure distance.
Yeah, you can take a backhand around the light pole you just saw, or you can try a spike forehand. It is tough, but you do have 2 options. You're not hemmed into one shot.
I would say either line, there's not really much in the way of trying to go straight at it. And we're going to see both of them from the first 2 here. Did he hit the light pole?
I think he might have hit the light pole. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing Firebird road skip by Paul, and he did hit the light pole or the tree.
He hit the tree behind the light pole.
Okay, all right. Oh, wow.
And it's a line that, it's a couple of feet here or there can make the difference.
It looked like it was really fun to throw. Dutch gave it his best effort. Here's P.O. with a little step putt. Coming up just short. Logan just a touch high. And Nathaniel, probably, 22?
Yeah, about 22, 25.
Yeah, great shot. Good putt. So you're going to card the lone birdie here.
Yeah.
All right. Picking one up on the cart. That always feels good. Logan, no troubles cleaning up his par. Paul and Dutch have no trouble doing the same. Just like that. Another one's on the card, and we will move on to hole 5. Hole 5. This is also a par 4 at 501 feet. There's a flag and paint line to the left that you can see. That is out of bounds, and then the road to the right is also out of bounds. So it's kind of a narrowing fairway, and it's just a pretty steady right to left bend the entire way to the pin.
Yeah, it plays a little bit shorter than the 501. It is reachable for sure, though.
That's standing up. That looks like a great shot. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I'm staying balanced. That's all that matters.
I want this forehand power. If he's reaching this pin, that's incredible. I mean, he's probably pretty close to where you landed, but I mean, still, that's 400 plus foot probably shot, and that needs to get down. That thick grass reeled it in. That as well needs to get down. Oh, unfortunately, it has found the road.
There was just enough wind to hold those shots from turning back over into the hyzer.
And this, interestingly enough, this hole played as the hardest hole on the weekend. Not just on this course, but on both courses.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy because it's not like it's that super difficult.
I didn't think so. I mean, even in design, oh boy, he gave that a great run. Even in design, I didn't feel like it was unfair or just an incredibly challenging hole. So it was kind of surprising to me to see it come in as the most difficult hole of the tournament.
It was not really a run at the jump putt for me.
Paul taking the disappointing bogey there. No problems for you and Logan cleaning up there, and I would expect the same from Dutch.
It's definitely a hole that, I mean, is a par 4, but you shouldn't get a 4 on it.
No, and that's kind of where we were in design. We had contemplated and went back and forth on even making it a par 3. But I think ultimately the deciding factor was that, this is the course that the AMs were playing twice.
Yes, that was the big deciding factor in it.
Yeah. Hole 6, we have a 321-foot par 3. Pretty routine kind of hole. There is OB on the road left and the parking lot to the right, but for the most part, you don't really have much in the way of out of bounds to worry about. And then you have the basket nestled in between these 3 trees down here.
This might be my favorite hole on the Tim course because you have a perfect backhand or forehand shot. Just got to throw it.
Logan opted for that forehand, and you are going backhand. So maybe, if anything, maybe a little high.
Yeah, it was a little high, but
So,
beat the limbs, made the gap.
I mean, yeah, you can't argue with results, right? Dutch sawed that off just a little bit, but I mean, he was in no danger, and he's got a jumping look at it. P.O. also opting for the backhand, and just catches one of the later trees, one of the later guardian trees there, but he'll also have a step jump type look. Logan gave it a little bit of a run there. He wasn't happy with it. Touch just a little high. You can kind of hear the wind starting to do its thing just a little bit. No problem birdie for Nathaniel. And you will card the lone birdie in the group.
That seemed to be a common theme this round.
You get your birdie and nobody else gets theirs.
But I don't get mine and everybody gets theirs.
Well, I mean, as long as you're birdieing more than oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, somehow that just stayed flat and never fell into the basket.
Yeah, it just pushed. Looks like it just pushed right. You know?
There's even a little bit of nubs on there. So usually, if you hit that much change and you hit nubs, you're probably going to fall back into the basket.
Yeah. I don't know. That thing looked like it just skated right on through.
It's one of those you just say, I don't know.
Yeah. That's the kind of putt that you have to let go. There was nothing wrong with the putt, but if you carry that around with you, it can pick at you. Hole 7, similar in nature to hole 6. There's not a lot of OB that's going to threaten a lot of shots. You can throw forehand, you can throw backhand. It's pretty wide open, 312-foot flat earth.
Path and the road, the walking path and road are probably 50 feet on either side.
Yeah, I mean, the out of bounds on this hole is super forgiving. You've got to hold on to one or really get nasty with your tee shot to find the OB on this hole. And that was a great shot there, just a simple hyzer, simple 310-foot hyzer puts you right there.
Yep. Either
Either way, Logan shows us essentially the same thing with an alternate throw. Ooh. This level of player, this hole's given no trouble to.
Yeah, on this card, I mean, it been open. You're supposed to 2 this hole. This should be a 2.
Yeah, you're losing strokes in your field if you don't get the birdie on this hole. As an open player.
And Dutch the basket almost got him again, but it stuck in.
I would call that putt high and left, though. I would say the basket should be credited.
Yes.
On that putt.
Yeah. He definitely earned it from the last hole.
Yes, agreed. The discredit that the basket's earned from the last hole, I think it.
They give it and they take it.
Right. Logan's still holding on to that 3-stroke lead at 17 under over Dutch at 14, and then we have P.O. and Nero hanging tight at 13 down.
Making a little push.
Sure. Hole 8, par 3, 238 feet.
Another island hole.
Another island hole. The island, again, is pretty large, so the chances of these guys not making it are pretty slim. The real danger on this hole is the OB long, because it's kind of creeping onto the green. You're again throwing the backhand spike hyzer there.
And
there is that OB long.
Yep.
It's really hard to judge from the tee box on this hole how close that path really is.
Yeah, and I hit right under the trees, so it's kind of hard packed there, and it just skipped right on past it.
Yeah. I think the play is to do just like Logan did there. Try to land the disc for the ground play 25, 30 feet short of the pin and just let it, just like that.
Yeah,
just
play 225.
Yeah, and just let the disc work into the green. And there you see, just like your shot, it hit right at the pin, or maybe just or maybe just beyond the pin, and just skated right on out the back. Not an easy drop zone either. What is that? Probably about 70 feet.
Yeah.
Easy birdie for Paul. Unfortunate bogey for Dutch and yourself. And Logan's, I mean, let's be real, he's not going to have any trouble with that one.
2 bogeys, 2 birdies.
Man, that's like a monster score separating hole right there for 238-foot hole to have 2-stroke swing on the card.
Yep.
That's interesting. So Logan moves to 18 under. Dutch drops a stroke on that hole to go to 13. Was that right?
Yep.
Wow. So now it's well, I guess PO picked the birdie up. So I mean, it's still 5-stroke lead. Hole 9, par 3, 298 feet. Again, the same theme as the last hole. You have, for the backhand hyzer player, you have that path creeping into the green and out of bounds, eerily close. So, I would say straight mid, just kind of like that. Erring in favor of the right-hand side of the green.
Yeah, if you hit anywhere near the basket with hyzer, you're going to go OB. It's almost guaranteed.
So this hole is more about power control. Of course, I guess you can throw the spike hyzer as long as you throw it way out wide like that. But even PO found that.
Like I said, if you hit near the basket, you're not going to have enough room.
Yeah. So this is more about throwing something straight with power control.
And I did not do that.
That's a lot of hyzer. And then up and left. Is that probably an M3 from Dutch there?
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah. Something just really straight. So you have the opportunity to save your 3 here.
And I didn't.
Just to pulled a touch to the right.
Nice mini flip though.
Yeah, I agree. Kudos to the mini kicking skills. Bird there from Logan. I guess the one benefit to running for the ace or for the park job on the spike hyzer line is Paul's putt is going to be, 7-8 feet?
Yeah, I mean,
to save the 3, it's really not much to it. Visibly frustrated there, huh?
Yeah, 2 4s in a row.
Yeah. All right. That's going to round out our front 9 coverage from the Temp Course 2019 Tony Walker Financial Open. This was MPO Lead Card Round 2. Please come back and join us for the back 9.
Let's make a change. It's all good.
Look at them.